everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's game features two teams that want to win the war at the line of scrimmage, as both come in ranked top 10 in rush yards. It's the Aftershocks going up against the Bears.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Chicago Bears. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. Space to maneuver at the 40. The 40. 30. 10. 5. Touchdown. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Anderson. Anderson loses the football. It's going the other way. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They run again with Foreman. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On the run, it's Pumphrey. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Watson hands this to Foreman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They go play action here on first down. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To throw on second is Watson. Dancing to his... Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? When they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Being chased out left. That's complete to Meredith. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Again, Anderson takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that
and he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Whitney Merciless in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Again, it's Foreman. And an alley to run. And now look at him go. 20, 10, touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
On first down, Trubisky. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Trubisky. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he is knocked down from the side. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to face a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now it's Trubisky. Steps away, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wind to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Watson. Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Watson on first down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Buying time to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Watson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Here's Austin. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now Trubisky lost the football. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
And he's able to get it out of there. Fielded at the 43. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A run by Foreman to start the drive. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Going deep for Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Here's Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Watson now on second down. Caught left side, Hopkins. And touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Here we go now. Please.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Let's go. What? Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
From the gun, here's Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Austin. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets...
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Whitney merciless in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. On second down, Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now he's forced out left. And got his man complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there for the Bears on third. 46 yards. On first and 10, it's Trubisky. Now he's flushed out left. His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run. Anderson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They come out here in the eye. On second down, here's Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now a first down throw. Watson. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, Watson being chased out left. That's caught, Fedorowicz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go. Brand 38.
They'll run again with Pumphrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man.
Now Trubisky lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Here we go.
After the interception, here's Watson. Throw outside, complete to Sharp. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And ready now for 2nd and 9. From the 50, it's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37th. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now Trubisky to throw on second. And the pressure gets to him again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Right side caught Fedorowicz. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. A shotgun snap for Watson. Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's Foreman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now Watson operating from the gun. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. And this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He's going to let it go again. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And no, escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Whitney Merciless in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So the defense gets to the quarterback. Now the offense backed up on second down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Flushed out right. That's caught by Meredith right side. A good pickup there, a 22. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And it's second down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talked about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. The Bears on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Here's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Whitney Merciless in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They start on the ground with Pumphrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now it's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you... And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for our visitors, the win form is number 6 on the year, and they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Chicago.